Your day just got better.
It's Instead of Day here on The Better Show. We're going to show you how to regain your youthful looks with simple home methods instead of plastic surgery.
If you have little lines and creases and wrinkles, you can fill those out also.
And instead of heading to the plastic surgeon for Botox and fillers, we're going to show you natural remedies that are going to take years off your face.
Have you ever thought about plastic surgery, fillers, or Botox? Have you?
Is that for me?
Well, I don't know. Have you? And the audience?
Have not. Listen, I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to it morally. I have not thought about it yet for myself, but I would not totally rule it out. What about you?
Yeah, no, of course I've thought about it. Of course, I'm an aging woman.
You're not aging. That's ridiculous.
Of course I thought about it.
But everybody, you know, thinks about it at some point or another. If any of you at home have thought about maybe having a little plastic surgery, well, today we're going to give you an alternative. We're going to save you some money. Our Instead of today comes from plastic surgeon Dr. Stephen Davis. He is right here. He's going to join us to talk about things that you can do right there at home. What are the most popular plastic surgery procedures that you perform, Dr. Davis?
The most popular ones are really things like facelifts, liposuction, breast augmentation, and things like that.
Right.
That are real surgery type things. But in the office setting, we kind of like to do a lot of these little things that a lot of people think, I'll come in, I'll do it for a little while, see what it looks like, get a result, and it goes away over time. So it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Right.
Because some people wish it would really last a long time, but they're scared, but they have to know it can go away.
Okay.
Yeah, so which one specifically? Like Botox or fillers?
Injections and fillers are probably the #1 and 2 procedures that we do in the office setting. And a lot of people have tried Botox because they hear that it can really make them look like things have been lifted and things look smoother. So we kind of use that a lot in the office. Fillers have become very popular because not only can you make your lips a little bit plumper, but if you have little lines and creases and wrinkles, you can fill those out also.
How long does a Botox treatment last if I come in and see you?
Somewhere between 4 to 6 months, it's going to last.
That's pretty good, actually.
It's pretty good. And I think the thing about it that really makes people very comfortable with it is if you go in and talk to your plastic surgeon and you really say, look, I don't want to look too frozen, I don't want to look too fake, you can really tailor these things so it looks very, very much like you want to look.
Yeah.
Let's say that we don't want to dive into Botox or filler or surgery. You've got some ideas for things that folks can do right at home, and they can help their appearance immediately, right?
It is. It's a really cool thing. In the office, a lot of times, we talk to the patients and they say, you know, what if I wanted to do something at home and I didn't want to come to the office and I just have some stuff around the house and I really want to try to mix something together. So we've been investigating this stuff for a while and I think we've come up with some very interesting ways to do things that you could do right at home, like home remedies, if you will, for getting things done that are very plastic surgery-esque.
And they're all specific, right?
Yes.
So what is our first thing over here with grapes, I see?
Right. Well, you know, one of the really hot things that are in all these skincare products is this thing called reserpinol. And what happens is that thing is in grapes. It's like a natural thing that's in grapes. It's like a phenol type of product. And what ends up happening is if you take some of the grapes, which we have here, a little bit of honey and a little bit of olive oil, and you mix them together, you can make this mask that you can apply to your face, and it does the same kinds of things that a laser treatment would do in that it starts to get the skin to look like it's been repaired. So, you know, sun damage, acne scars, things like that. If you put this all together, you can actually start to see changes happening over the course of about a month or so.
So you've got to use it on a relatively regular basis.
I would say for patients that have really had very nice results, they've been doing it about once a week. They leave it on for about 20 minutes, like at night before they go to bed, and they really start to see changes in their skin.
Wow, I want to try that.
That's very nice. The next one is sort of your version of a home facelift, right?
Yeah. So a lot of people know that aspirins contain salicylic acid. So what we've done is we've taken 6 uncoated aspirin, smashed them up really well.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's like a powder, yes.
And then we're going to take some lemon and you're going to squeeze that into there as well.
Okay.
All right. And then you're going to take a little bit of baking soda. And if you mix this all up, you'll see in a second, it becomes like a paste.
Wow. Yeah.
If you put that on your skin, you will really feel like you did something. And I'm telling you, out of all the things, this is one of those ones that has been unbelievably good, not only for the older patient that wants to get like a face tightening, but for younger patients that have acne. This is a great acne treatment for kids.
Oh, wow.
And the effectiveness, what, is to sort of tighten the skin a little bit, to pull it a little more taut?
It tightens the skin, but it also causes the pores to shrink down. And because it has that salicylic acid component, you're actually getting like a peeling effect. So what ends up happening is, you know, if you've gone in for facials before and you've gotten other kinds of things where you're really going to end up flaking and peeling for the next few days, if you do this over the next 2 to 3 days, you will see your skin, the old, dead, dried skin cells are actually flaking off.
This is exciting. This is really exciting. When you stick around, because we're going to have more with Dr. Davis after the break, including how you can still get the same effects of Botox and lip fillers without any injections. Just what I want to hear.
See if I can get my hand a little bit.
Instead of plastic surgery, Dr. Stephen Davis is showing us some homemade methods that really, really work. And I was asking him, like, can I try this? Because this is like a facelift. Being pregnant, you said you probably wouldn't do this if you're pregnant, but this one is totally safe.
This one's totally safe, and another one coming up you're really going to like, too.
I'm really going to like.
So we've learned about the wine mask, which is kind of like a laser treatment. We've learned about our facelift, which is our aspirin, a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of baking soda. What's next?
Well, there's a African flower that's called spilanthes, and it has what we call nature's own Botox. And in this little jar, which you can get online, it really is an extract from this plant that causes the skin to smooth out and to almost become like a Botox injection. And if you put it in the proper locations, the beauty of this and Botox in general is if you put the Botox in muscles that you want to have relax, other muscles take over, and that's why you get a lifting effect. So if you know where you're putting the Botox injections, you can cause these other muscles to kind of help lift your brows, make your face look smoother.
This is why you go to somebody like Dr. Davis, because he knows what he's doing.
Do you use this every day? Do you use this every day? Every day?
Yes, and you put it on the places where you would normally want to get Botox. So like where those 11 lines are around the crow's feet.
Is that safe? Pregnancy safe?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a flower.
It's a flower. Okay, good. I'm stealing this.
Very nice. All right, we've got our homemade Botox. Next up.
All right, this you're going to love. A lot of girls come in and they want to get their lips to be made fuller, especially for the summertime and things. And, you know, I think fillers in general have become very popular to get that lip to look very tight and kind of full and very sharp. Well, what we have here is cinnamon and Vaseline. If you take a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of Vaseline and you mix this together, you're going to create a paste.
Here, I'll help you.
Thank you.
Rebecca's getting in there because she wants to know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to...
This is very cool. The great thing about this is that cinnamon is kind of a natural irritant, and if you apply that to the skin, and in this case to the lips, what you'll get is you'll start to feel it almost immediately. It starts to cause the skin to kind of puff up a little. It brings blood supply to the area, and in a few seconds, you'll see the lips start to get a little plumper. And I think a lot of people like to do this just like, even when they're ready to go to the beach, they're going out and doing something.
And it tastes good.
And it's like you're kissing someone who just had toast. Last but not least, what do we have?
This is like your gelatin face mask type thing. Again, it's a perfect segue into what we were talking about with fillers. This is something that's almost giving you a liquid type of a fill, because what happens is if you mix these products together,
this is milk?
Just a little milk and a little gelatin, and you put it in the microwave for about 10 to 12 seconds. And it gets a little warmed up, you mix it up and everything, and you're going to get like a little bit of a sticky paste. And you can apply it to areas like the nasolabial folds. You can apply it to areas where you would normally think, I need to go in and get a filler. This can be applied. Boy, you're doing that very well.
Thank you very much.
Very well, very good. So
if I didn't have makeup on, I'd be putting it right here, right now.
It really does work. And again, you leave it on for about, 10 minutes or so. And throughout the course of the week, if you did this every night, what you'll start to notice is, because the gelatin has like an animal collagen already in it, it actually translates into plumping up those areas.
Great.
Fantastic. Dr. Davis,
Awesome.
thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Really
Thank
good
you.
stuff. And if you want to find out more about all the mixtures at home, you can check out our website, bettertv.com. We will have all the details for you.